Hey tennis fans, I'm Grace Carter and this is Tennis Now, presented by Tennis Express. Tennis Express, delivering wow customer service. Margaret Court's open letter to the CEO of Qantas Airlines has started a war of words between the Aussie tennis legend and the LGBT community. And Court's latest comments, which further elaborate on her strong views against same-sex marriage and the homosexual community in general, are, well, let's just say they're controversial. Court is a 24-time major winner who is now a Christian pastor in Perth, Australia, and she is making her views known. She recently said that tennis is full of lesbians and hinted that older pros took young players to parties to convert them. She also said she thinks the homosexual community is brainwashing others and even made a comment that linked transgender citizens to Nazis. That's all the devil, she says. That's what Hitler did, and that is what communism did. It got the minds of the children. Well, Martina Navratilova has had it. She says enough is enough. The longtime advocate of LGBT rights penned a very thoughtful letter published by Fairfax Media addressing the Margaret Court arena, talking about why the Australian Open's number 3 court should consider a name change. Among other things, that letter says that sporting venues named for athletes, or any place really, named for whoever, are so named for one reason. That reason is their entire body of work. In other words, it's not just for what this person did on the field, on the court, in politics, arts, or science, for instance, but also for who they are as human beings. And Martina was just getting started. She says Margaret Court is doubling down with her ridiculous comments about older women luring young girls on the tour to parties to turn them into lesbians. Navratilova says it's a good thing that Margaret Court didn't name anyone because she's pretty sure she'd be sued for defamation. It is now clear exactly who Court is, an amazing tennis player and a racist and a homophobe, says Navratilova. She goes on to say that her vitriol is not just an opinion, she is actively trying to keep LGBT people from getting equal rights. Finally, Navratilova concludes that Court is entitled to free speech and her own opinion on these matters, but she adds that all words have consequences. Navratilova says we celebrate free speech, but that doesn't mean it's free of consequences. We should not be celebrating this kind of behavior, this kind of philosophy. The platform people like Margaret Court use needs to be made smaller, not bigger, which is why I think it's time to change the name. And I think the Yvonne Goolagong Arena has a nice ring to it. Now there's a person we can all celebrate on every level, concludes Navratilova. So what does Tennis Australia think? Well, we don't know. They've distanced themselves from Court's remarks up until now, but with all this growing backlash, their hand may be forced on this matter. We don't expect Navratilova's letter to be the last salvo in this brewing war of words, and already a lot of reactions are coming in to that letter. Margaret Court has put herself into the spotlight by going on the attack against same-sex marriage and the LGBT community. Now her legacy is under attack, and how it's going to turn out is pretty much anybody's guess. You care to take a guess? Give us your thoughts on the matter and stay tuned to Tennis Now for the next update on this brewing controversy. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Grace Carter, and we'll see you next time.